Alright you guys, Alan here coming at you with another Blu-ray update. This is going to be an update for November / Black Friday / December. So 3 updates in one essentially. I picked up about 40 movies in that time span, so this is going to be a little bit of a long one. I'm going to try not to get too much into detail like I normally do, but still provide you guys with the information that you need to determine whether you want to watch or not watch these films. Starting things off, I got Sling Blade. This is written and directed by Billy Bob Thornton. Absolutely fantastic. He's really good in this movie. Acts in a way that I've never really seen Billy Bob Thornton act before.
Picked up a Kaiser blade that's sitting there by the screen door. Some folks call it a sling blade. I call it a Kaiser blade. Just kind of a long wood handle, kind of like an axe handle, with a long blade on it, shaped kind of like a banana.
One of those movies that I'd always heard about, but I never really took the time to watch, and when I watched it, I didn't really regret it. Next up, we got Still Alice. This is a movie with Julianne Moore, Alec Baldwin, and Kristen Stewart. It's a movie about Alzheimer's and just what a terrible disease it is.
I couldn't find the bathroom.
It's okay, baby. Come on, let's get you cleaned up.
Who are you?
My girlfriend actually went to France this summer, and she said she watched it on the plane and she really liked it. I saw it on Black Friday. I decided to pick it up. I still haven't seen it, but I'll get around to it eventually. Alright, next up we got Blue Jasmine, written and directed by Woody Allen. Essentially what you'd expect from a Woody Allen film. Really well acted, really well written. Definitely a lot of great performances in this movie. Cate Blanchett, C.K. Lewis, Andrew Dice Clay, Alec Baldwin, they all give really good performances. I really like the overall narrative of this film, especially how you see the problems that Cate Blanchett's character has now, and then you see kind of what led up to it, and it kind of goes back and forth.
Now, you'll be very happy to know that I lost every cent of my own money. You know, every home, every stick of furniture, every fur, every ring, and every bank account, and still it wasn't enough to placate the government.
I also picked up Wild, directed by Jean-Marc Vallée. It's the same director who directed Dallas Buyers Club. In the movie, Reese Witherspoon's character goes on this hike from the Mexican border all the way to the Canadian border. It's a 900-mile hike. You get to see along the hike the reasons why she started going on it in the first place. Really well put together. I'd check it out. I also picked up Amour. It's a 2012 film which won Best Foreign Film at the Oscars and was actually nominated for Best Picture.
C'est moi. Anne. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Anne.
I haven't seen it yet. I've been wanting to see it. I finally saw it for a good price. It was on Black Friday. It was only, I think, $3.99 or $4.99. I don't remember. I'm really looking forward to watching it. Alright, I also got Chappie. This is the 3rd film from Neil Blomkamp. I think he's still trying to recreate the magic that he had with District 9. Elysium wasn't really that great, and this film really wasn't that great either. The story's kind of hit and miss. It tries to shoot for artificial intelligence and just the effect that it would have on society, but it really kind of falls flat. But like I said, visually it is a really good film. I also picked up Dope, which is proven to be one of the surprise hits of 2015. It's about this kid, and he's from a rough neighborhood, and he just wants to go to college. He wants to make a name for himself, and just kind of the stuff that happens to him.
Malcolm lives in Inglewood, California, in the Darby-Dixon neighborhood referred to as the Bottoms.
The main cast is really good. The film actually reminds me a lot of Superbad, so if you like Superbad, you would really like this movie. Alright, next up is a movie that I've been wanting to get for a long time. I finally picked up Her, directed by Spike Jonze, starring Joaquin Phoenix. This came out 2014, actually won Best Original Screenplay.
Hello, I'm here.
Oh. Hi.
Hi.
It's definitely a different kind of film. It really looks ahead as to not really what will be, but what could be in terms of technology and the way that human interaction is with it. A little bit like WALL-E, you know, where you have the fat people in the chairs. Alright, next up I picked up Short Term 12. This cast is absolutely fantastic. I would actually compare it to One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, where by the end of the movie, everybody in it, you know their fears, their dreams, their goals, their hopes, their aspirations, everything that they want to be, and the film establishes that in an hour and a half.
Slow this down a little bit. Y'all ain't got no rhythm, man. Mace, I love you like a brother, but I gotta say that when it come to being discreet, you're a disgrace. I mean, you think we all don't know about him and Grace on the low, undercover trying to date.
The script is so organic and just so well written that these people actually kind of feel like your friends. So definitely I would check this out. I highly recommend it. Next up is the Disney live action remake of Cinderella. I hadn't seen this movie, hadn't heard anything about it. I saw it on Black Friday, decided to buy it because it's a Disney movie. That's all I can say about it. I also picked up Furious 7. Picked it up mainly because I have the other 6 in the Fast and Furious franchise. A lot of action, really ridiculous action though. I found myself distracted through the movie. because every time I see Paul Walker, I wasn't sure if it was real Paul Walker or CGI Paul Walker. They did a pretty heartwarming send-off for his character. A lot better than I thought they were going to do anyway. Next I picked up Ex Machina. This is another one of those surprise hits for me of 2015. The movie really keeps you guessing, has a lot of interesting ideas.
This building isn't a house. It's a research facility. And I want to talk to you about what I'm researching.
Oscar Isaac is slowly becoming one of my new favorite actors. The guy can really do it all. He can do drama, comedy, sci-fi. He can really do anything. I would definitely recommend this movie, and I recommend that you watch it without really watching any trailers or anything. Just kind of sit down and, you know, let the movie take its course. And next up is It Follows, which is a horror movie of 2015. Yet again, another surprising hit for me. Actually, one of my favorite films of 2015.
Is in the house.
What's going on?
There's nothing in the house, Jay.
I saw it.
Open the door, okay?
He's in the kitchen.
It's a kind of movie that can really spark debates, and after you watch it, everybody kind of has their own opinion. I had a movie night a couple months ago where I showed this movie, and I had about 8 people there, and I swear for about maybe an hour and a half after the movie, we all talked about it and just kind of what we would do in the situation that the characters were in. So definitely watch it, but as a group. I also finally picked up Jurassic World. I didn't want to buy it the week that it came out because the steelbook for it was really weird. It was that weird like circle tin can thing that I really didn't like. I knew it was going to be on sale for Black Friday, so I just decided to wait. To me, it didn't really live up to the first Jurassic Park in the sense that the first Jurassic Park had a really good cast of characters. Like, I still remember all the characters really well. Definitely good. It doesn't take away from how memorable the movie can be for those who are barely watching it and hadn't really seen the first one or didn't grow up with the first one, but to me, the first one's still the best. Sticking with the theme of dinosaur movies that I grew up with, this is The Land Before Time. And I can honestly say that the Blu-ray remaster of this is absolutely gorgeous. If you look at the trailer for the movie, or if you look at even any DVD footage, you can see just how much more clean and crisp the HD Blu-ray transfer is. I also picked up Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F. This is the new movie that has Frieza coming back. It's like these guys that get together, they get the Dragon Balls and wish Frieza back to life. Frieza comes back and he has a final form. It's really, really action-packed, awesome film. Not quite as good as Battle of the Gods, which is the one right before it, but it's definitely playing along in this movie series that they're doing. I definitely recommend it if you're a fan of Dragon Ball Z, and especially if you're a fan of the Frieza saga. I also picked up another animated film. This is Waltz with Bashir. It is a film from Israel that talks about the Lebanon War and just, you know, like the effects of war on people. This film is a really great animation style, very different from other animations that I've ever seen before. If you're looking for new frontiers in foreign film, especially in animation, this is a good place to start. Alright, rounding out the regular Blu-ray pickups, this is Inside Out. I mean, come on, it's Pixar, it's Disney, it's one of the best films of the year.
Fear. I need a list of all the possible negative outcomes on the first day at a new school.
Way ahead of you there. Does anyone know how to spell meteor?
Disgust. Make sure Riley stands out today, but also blends in. When I'm through, Riley will look so good, the other kids will look at their own outfits and barf.
This is the Best Buy exclusive slipcover, and I like it because on the front it has Joy, but it also comes with these, it slides out, and it has different cards of all the characters. You can put your favorite one to be on the front as a slipcover, and it also has descriptions of them on the back and just their characteristics and stuff. My personal favorite was Anger, especially because he's voiced by Lewis Black, which is one of my favorite comedians. If you slide it back in here, now Anger's the front of it. I picked up the original Christmas Classics Anniversary Collection. This has all those short films from the 1960s and 70s. Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Definitely a good thing to have around the holidays. My girlfriend really likes these short films, so that's why I picked them up. And like I said, just kind of overall good to have around the holidays. I also picked up Shrek The Whole Story. It's one of those things where I was waiting for a while for it to go on sale because I wanted to get the franchise as a whole. This is actually a newer version that came out. And what I like about it is the cover, it has all the characters, but on the back of it, it has like their butts. And there's like a lot of little hidden jokes and just humor just on the back of it. It really kind of speaks boundaries to the series as a whole. Alright, so I also picked up 3 steelbooks. The first of which is a steelbook for The Bridge on the River Kwai. This won Best Picture in 1957. It's a film about these soldiers in the British Army who get captured by Japanese soldiers. And the Japanese guys, they force them to build this bridge. The British soldiers have a quandary. They can either sabotage the bridge or they can build and finish it as a testament to British character. Definitely a great film. I'd recommend watching it. I mean, it did win Best Picture. I also picked up the Steelbook for Southpaw. This was one of my favorite movies of the year. Jake Gyllenhaal is absolutely fantastic in this movie. I really liked him in Nightcrawler. The fact that he was able to get so skinny for Nightcrawler and then get so bulked up for this movie is really a testament to the commitment that Jake Gyllenhaal has as an actor. Just a true testament of character, a true testament of will. Definitely I'd watch this one. Alright, rounding out the Steelbooks, I picked up Marvel's Ant-Man. This was an awesome movie. I really had a lot of fun with it. I really wish Edgar Wright would have directed it. He was originally on board to direct it, and I feel like the movie would have been a little bit better if it was directed by him. But even still, it had a lot of great humor. They made the best of what they could with what most people consider to be a boring character. I definitely can't wait to see him team up with the Avengers and joining the rest of the MCU. Alright, so last but not least, I kind of wanted to really burn through these really quickly, these last films that I have. I know before I said that, when I was buying Criterions, that I would only really buy Akira Kurosawa movies. The only Criterion that I have in my collection, and I know a lot of Blu-ray collectors, hardcore Blu-ray collectors anyway, they have a lot of Criterions in their collection. The only one that I had to have was Akira Kurosawa's Seventh Samurai. I always told myself I would never get any more Criterions. I actually folded and I bought some more Akira Kurosawa films. I've already told myself now, I made myself a new promise. I said if I was going to be buying any Criterions, it would only be Akira Kurosawa movies. Because, well, I'd done goofed up and I bought a lot of Criterion. As you know, Barnes & Noble does a semi-annual Criterion sale where all their Criterions are 50% off. Also, for Black Friday, they had this deal where you go in and you get 40% off of one item, and all my Criterions that I bought ended up becoming about $13 a piece. So I'm just going to go through them very quickly. Criterion Collection is really for those who are really big cinema buffs, and I feel like if you're not really interested in that kind of thing, you might find most of these movies boring. If you want to know more about them, let me know. I'll make a separate video, kind of going into more detail, explaining about them. So for Kurosawa films, I picked up The Hidden Fortress, Throne of Blood, Kagemusha, High and Low, and Ikido. Okay, and for the rest of them, I picked up Videodrome, directed by David Cronenberg, same guy who directed The Fly. I picked up Day for Night, directed by Francois Truffaut, the same director who directed The 400 Blows. I picked up The Red Shoes. This is actually, I haven't seen it yet, recommendation by my friend Jake. Picked up Breathless, a film directed by Jean-Luc Godard. The Last Emperor, directed by Bernardo Bertolucci. David Lynch's first film, Eraserhead. Arguably Andrei Tarkovsky's best film, Solaris. And 5 Easy Pieces starring Jack Nicholson. Alright you guys, so those are my pickups for November / Black Friday / December. And like I said again, if you want to know more about the Criterion films that I picked up, if you want me to go in depth and kind of explain each of them that I picked up, let me know in the comments below. Other than that, thanks again for watching guys. Hope you guys had a good Black Friday. Hope you guys have a good Christmas. Merry Christmas to everybody, Happy New Year, and thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'm out. Lookout with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and this is actually before he had made 500 Days of Summer. When they finally released Aladdin, I was super happy. This is actually the Best Buy exclusive lenticular cover. I don't know if you can see it.